Heavy metal may sound good.
When your favorite band drops a dirt nasty breakdown.
But heavy metals are extremely toxic for the brain.
That's not good, bro. In this episode, we talk about a few known metals.
Lead, aluminum, and mercury, and how they enter the brain.
And how these metals impact our ability to focus and what we can do to limit exposure.
And accomplish our dreams.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's dig in.
All right.
All right, let's talk about some lead.
Well, let's do it. I'm Jonathan Noel.
And I'm Brian Noel,
This is Forms and Focus.
where we talk about guided forms that manifest
Radical
focus. We want you to be focused as... Boy. So let's talk about lead. Lead is a chemical element with the symbol Pb and atomic number 82 for those of you science nerds out there. Lead is widely used for car batteries, pigments, ammunition, cable sheathing, weights for lifting, and a whole lot more.
That's why when you're shooting the gun, you're sending hot lead down the range.
Hot lead.
So this is an article from NLBI. Lead in the brain. At the molecular level, lead interferes with the regulatory actions of calcium on cell function and disrupts many intercellular biological activities, which damages the prefrontal, cerebral, cortex, hippocampus, and cerebellum.
Bro, you crushed that.
I was born for this.
You don't have lead in your prefrontal cortex
Not
right
yet.
now.
We'll see.
Which can lead to brain damage, behavioral problems, nerve damage, and possibly Alzheimer's. I never can pronounce that correctly.
Alzheimer's, yeah. Whatever, close enough.
Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, and schizophrenia.
Bro,
You schizin?
the way you're pronouncing all these, I think you might have Alzheimer's. In 2018, a study published by the Lancet Public Health suggests that of the 2.3 million deaths every year in the U.S., about 400,000 are contributed to lead exposure.
Oh my gosh.
Of which 250,000 are from cardiovascular disease. Did I just read that right? That seems like you want to avoid some lead exposure.
Yeah. Whatever the stat really is. Don't have lead. The EPA estimates that 10 to 20% of human exposure to lead may come from lead in drinking water. Well,
Ooh.
that sucks, as demonstrated in the water testing throughout the United States. And that was from the EWG.org.
Okay, so you're in a town, you're drinking your tap water.
Yeah.
And the factory across the
Yep.
up the bay there is releasing.
We used to drink tap water all the time as kids. That's all we drank.
Look at us now. We're doing great.
If one of us falls over right now, that'd be pretty funny.
So aluminum.
Ooh, moving on to aluminum.
Yep. Aluminum is a chemical element with the symbol Al with atomic number 13. Aluminum is used in transportation, construction, electrical, consumer. It's in everything.
It's in your phone.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
You cannot escape the aluminum.
An article found by Reseiler Health, probably didn't pronounce that right, but that's okay. It has been researched for decades that once aluminum enters the body, it bioaccumulates in the brain tissue and contributes to cognitive impairment and memory loss.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's probably why inappropriate story time. You ever made a pipe out of an aluminum can?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Remember when people used to be like, that'll give you Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's true. We'll know in about 40 years,
Yes,
bro.
we will. 30 for me.
So significant amounts of aluminum can be found in food emulsifiers, antiperspirant deodorants, hairsprays, baking powder, many types of toothpaste, drinking water, and much of our cookware, exposing us to high amounts over the course of one's lifetime. So that's what I gather from all of this.
Yeah.
You use an aluminum pan, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
You use an aluminum pan for 45 years and drink out of aluminum cans, and wrap your food in aluminum foil and heat it up.
You're done.
And that's a lot of aluminum over the course of your life.
Yeah. I do think about this every time I wrap something up, put it on the grill.
It's not about cooking on the grill with aluminum foil once. It's about the course of your life.
Constant exposure.
And that's just aluminum, not all the other stuff too.
So, note in my notes, it says, note. Recently, the final piece of the puzzle may have fallen into place. The connection between aluminum and fluoride. This is really, really fascinating. New research has revealed that fluoride in drinking water makes the aluminum that we ingest more bioavailable. So the fluoride brings that aluminum to life in a bad way. As reported in Brain Research Volume 78498, if you want to look it up, the combination of aluminum and fluoride causes the same pathological changes in the brain tissue found in Alzheimer's patients. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
You think you'd probably hear more about that.
You would think. But maybe intentionally you don't.
Mercury. We're done with aluminum.
Not the planet.
We're done with aluminum. Aluminum, not necessarily bad unless you're using it in everything all the time.
Which we are.
With your life, yeah. So yeah, avoid that. Mercury. So mercury is a chemical element. It has a symbol of Hg and atomic number 80. Oh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty high atomic number. It's probably pretty heavy.
How many numbers are there on the atomic periodic table?
I don't remember. I haven't been in school in a while. 180
that's
or something?
That's something that a fifth grader knows, but I don't know.
Wow. So it is a good conductor of electricity. So it's a useful component for electrical switches. Mercury is also used in dental fillings, paints, soaps, batteries, and fluorescent lighting. Is it still in paints? It's like the lead paints.
Mercury?
They quit doing that. The lead fuel, the lead gas.
I mean, according to the research, an article in NCBI, many studies show that high exposure to mercury induces changes in the central nervous system, potentially resulting in irritability, fatigue, behavioral changes, tremors, headaches, hearing and cognitive loss, dysarthria, incoordination, hallucinations, and death.
Sweet.
Wow.
So that's why they have the Mad Hatter?
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Oh, I talk about that in here.
Oh, okay, sweet. I didn't even know.
I know.
So article found on Resilier Health, back on that one. The major source of mercury is found in our food chain and is responsible for about 1/3 of the levels found in our bodies. Mercury that naturally occurs in coal production is released during burning and enters the air and then precipitates into the oceans, lakes, and rivers by rain. According to the EPA, coal-fired power plants in the United States emit 48 tons of mercury into the air every year. This works its way up the food chain to us. So remember, reduce your carbon footprint, because big industry here is only putting 48 tons of mercury into the air every year.
Every year. It goes into the air, and then it rains. Rainwater goes into the lakes and oceans. The fish get it. The things that eat the fish get it. The things that eat the fish get it.
And then we eat those things.
And we eat those things. That's why they say, like, big fish that live a long time, not to eat those.
Tuna.
A lot of mercury.
Sweet. But those are the best ones.
I know.
It's worth it.
I mean, after what are we, 27 episodes? This is 28. Are we on 28 right now?
I think we're in the 30s.
Yeah.
32.
Oh, we're on 32. After 32 episodes, the reality is, like, we're all screwed.
We're all dead men walking.
Yeah.
I mean,
pick your poison. That's pretty much the...
Yeah, exactly.
Effects on the brain functioning may result in irritability, tremors, changes to vision and hearing. Does this sound familiar? It sounds like the same thing as aluminum. And memory problems. The term Mad Hatter...
Yeah.
Which I read this for the first time. I know this is, like, pretty well known, but this is the first time I read about the Mad Hatter. Refers to the 19th century workers who used mercury to make hats and went bald and suffered from severe muscular tremors, dementia, and fits of wild, uncontrollable laughter. And that's where that came from. You knew that, bro. I didn't know that until I read this.
You've never heard of that?
Mm-mm. I didn't know the backstory of Mad Hatters.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. It's pretty wild.
That's some good old-fashioned Mercury exposure.
We laugh uncontrollably on this podcast sometimes.
I wonder if it's the Mercury.
It's either that or the alcohol poisoning. What can we do, bro?
Bro, what can we do? I guess one thing we can do is avoid cosmetics containing aluminum, such as deodorants. I use the hippie deodorant that basically doesn't work.
Yeah, me too. It pretty much just puts like a nice fragrance on a sweaty armpit for like an hour.
Like for people who actually know me, I don't actually wear deodorant most of the time anyway.
I think that's a Noel thing because I don't either until my wife is like, "You stink," and then I go take a shower, which is like once a week. So the other thing we can do is avoid beverages in aluminum cans. So when I go to a gas station,
What's that?
I know this isn't aluminum.
I mean, I know what a gas station is, but what's up, bro?
What is that? So this isn't aluminum. This is plastic, and I'm sure we'll do an episode on plastics and all that. But when I go to a gas station and I see the stack of bottled water outside in the sun and it's
All I
100
think about-
degrees, I'm like, that plastic from that bottle is literally just melting into that water.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote about that. I did a paper when I went to college.
You went to college?
For 2 semesters. Woo.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Bisphenol A, BPA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what leaches that and all kinds of other stuff.
You wrote about that?
But that's yeah.
Did they kick you out of college?
No. Yeah, I talked about the garbage, the Pacific garbage patch or whatever. Yeah, the island of garbage, whatever.
Well, we talk about toxins in the next episode, I think. So,
So anyway,
yeah.
avoid excessive amounts. Oh, okay. Ceramic dental fillings instead of amalgam.
Yeah, apparently those are the ones made of mercury.
Which ones? I mean,
aluminum.
which ones are which? How do you know?
You want ceramic.
Yeah, you want ceramic.
Yeah.
But no one. They don't give you an option, do they?
You got to tell them.
Well, that's not good. I didn't know that. I didn't know to ask for ceramic.
Apparently, in modern medicine, you pretty much have to tell them, "Don't fuck me over." And then you have like 1 out of 1 million options.
I have like multiple fillings,
Yeah, me too.
and I didn't specify any of.
I got my feelings in like the 2000s, which means they're probably made of.
Oh, dude, they're made out of
Yeah,
like.
they're like death.
They're probably made out of uranium.
Yeah. I've got ticking time bombs in my teeth. Give preference to organic foods. On average, organic food has 68% less cadmium, which we didn't talk about.
Right.
So, but I have it in the solutions. But that was another heavy metal that's
Sweet.
terrible.
Avoid excessive amounts of seafood. Do not eat farm-raised fish.
That shit is
Bad.
bad.
Yeah. The living conditions, it's like basically the fish are living in like these dirty, nasty cesspools,
Yeah.
eating their own feces.
So another tangent. What are we at? 15 minutes?
Some of them.
We got
Not all
times
of
for
them.
tangents. So I saw a video about how they take the sewer of a city and
Yeah.
they were pumping it through, and then they had fish because the fish will process all that sewer from humans, and then they were selling the fish. I'm serious, heart attack.
I think the moral of the story is if you're buying the absolute cheapest of
That's what
something,
you're getting.
You're getting the absolute cheapest of
Yeah.
something.
That-
If you're buying the 40 cents a pound tilapia, there's a reason for that.
That tilapia got fat on your shit waist like a year ago.
So, bro, looking at the next slide or bullet here,
Yeah.
there are some foods that actually help detox heavy metals.
All right.
Cilantro. Ooh.
Isn't cilantro the one where some people hate it and some people love it? And
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
a gene. It's a genetic whatever.
I wonder if the
where
people.
it actually tastes like soap. That's not a joke. It actually tastes like soap to people.
It doesn't taste like soap to me.
That's good for you.
I love cilantro.
Same. Garlic,
course.
wild blueberries, lemon water, spirulina, barley grass juice powder,
Yeah.
green tea, tomatoes, which green tea apparently is amazing. If you start looking at the research on green tea, it's like amazing stuff. Of course, you got to buy the good stuff.
After we talk
Because
about
the cheap stuff is pesticides and all that. But
After we talk about all this shit, we're going to talk about things like green tea. So I think that's like 7 episodes from now, but we'll talk about it.
yeah. What's next, bro?
Vitamin B, B6, and C deficiencies are associated with trusted source, poor tolerance of heavy metals, and easier toxicity. So when you're deficient in B, B6, and C, your body actually becomes more susceptible to heavy metal toxicity. Vitamin C has been reported to have chelating effects on iron. In one animal study, B1 supplements were shown to decrease iron levels. So
B vitamins are pretty important.
Keep those vitamins up. Keeps that heavy
metals
metal down.
And keep your focus up.
All of this is so weekend focus. Isn't it crazy? You're just like, man, I want to launch my business. And we're like, stop eating Mercury.
It's funny with this podcast, we're literally like, let's talk about how to focus. And then you realize focusing just means you're healthy, pretty much.
Yeah.
And look at all this stuff. Now all we talk about is all the things that make you unhealthy.
I know. There's a lot of things that make us unhealthy.
It's pretty ridiculous. Welcome to modern society in the United States.
And that's a wrap.
All right, bro. Wait, do the plugs again.
Oh, man. Okay, so go to formsandfocus.com, sign up for the newsletter, go to the YouTube channel. We don't go to search Forms and Focus on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Go to the TikTok and check out some
the dirt nasty edits bro's doing on TikTok.
That's right. And Insta, go there.
Yep. Awesome. All right.
Let's do it.
We're out.